Hello, Profit Hackers. I'm Jeremy Lott, the Chief Visionary for Foundation Accounting and Consulting. I owned a construction company for about 15 years before making a change to accounting because my accountants sucked. My goals are to simplify accounting for construction company owners, fuel your profits, level up your cash flow, and help you grow in a financially responsible way. So let's go. Hello, Profit Hackers, and welcome to the Contractors Profit Hack Show. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about strategy for scaling, right? And I know this can be a super scary topic for a lot of people. I can't tell you how many times I've heard contractors say, I don't want to grow because when I grow, I make less money. And that, to me, is just ridiculous because, yeah, it costs some money to grow, but if you do it strategically and you plan out your growth, then you're going to make more money as you grow, right? I heard a story once from, well, not a story, but an explanation from a gentleman named Myron Golden, right? Love his stuff. And he spoke a little bit about the reason to grow a company and expand it, right? There are 2,080 work hours in a year. 2,080. That's working 40 hours a week for 52 weeks. Now, I know that there's not a contractor out there that only works 40-hour weeks, right? Unless you have all this stuff in place. But if you don't have all of this stuff in place first, then you are limited to what you can charge per hour, and the total number of hours you can charge, theoretically, is 2,080. So multiply what you can charge per hour by 2,080, and that is the max amount of income your company can have, right? Well, now if you hire somebody else, then you can start spreading it out and you can start making more money because you have more people that are producing that you can bill for, right? So we want to figure out a way to grow. And the very first thing that we want to consider when we're trying to put together a strategy for scaling is we want to make sure that we find bottlenecks, right? Everybody knows what a bottleneck is, right? You're driving along the freeway and there's a merge point, and right there at the merge point is a huge bottleneck. Everything slows down. So you're going normal speeds until you get to the bottleneck, and now all of a sudden, everything slows down, right? There are these type of things happening within your company. And I cannot talk about constraints and bottlenecks without mentioning the book, The Goal, right? The author's last name is Goldratt. Kind of interesting, right? Goldratt is the name, the author's last name. But he tells this story about going on a Boy Scout hike with his troop, right? And they're hiking along. And as they get further and further along, the line ends up stretching more and more and more. And everybody gets farther and farther apart, right? The group at the front moves pretty fast, but the group at the back is getting farther and farther behind. And eventually it gets kind of dangerous because you can't really monitor everything that's going on, right? If somebody at the back gets hurt, nobody knows. And so it's important to be able to keep the group together, right? But the group has spread out because there is a bottleneck. And in his story, the bottleneck's name is Herbie. Herbie is a large kid. He's overweight. He's carrying a very heavy backpack, and he's just kind of naturally slower than all the other boys, right? So Herbie is now slowing everything down. Herbie is the constraint, right? I want to make sure and point out that there's nothing wrong with Herbie. He's not incorrect. He's not failing anybody. It is what it is, right? So what we need to do is we need to address the Herbies in our business by figuring out a good solution to the problem, right? Two of the things that can be done to help the group as a whole move along quicker and stay together is, number one, put Herbie at the front of the group. If he's at the front and everybody's walking single file, nobody's going faster than Herbie, right? That way everybody is staying together. They don't have to constantly stop and wait for them to catch up, right? The whole group moves together. That's the first thing you can do. The second thing is you can take Herbie's backpack and pull out a bunch of this stuff and distribute it among the other men, especially the other boys, especially those that can hike faster and are in better shape. And when you do that, what you're doing is you are helping Herbie to be able to move faster, right? And so by addressing that bottleneck and implementing some strategies for that bottleneck, you're making the whole process move quicker and more efficiently, right? So that, in summary, is kind of how you handle constraints or bottlenecks within your business. Now, starting right out, if you have not done much with a coach as far as strategy and planning and processes, those kind of things, I can almost guarantee you that you, as the business owner, are the Herbie. You are what's slowing down the pack, right? So there's a few different ways to be able to figure out where the Herbies are along the line, right? Number one, you can look and see where everything is slowing down. Herbie was going slower, right? So that is a good way to find out where the bottleneck is. Another good way to find out a good bottleneck is to figure out where the work is piling up, right? So a good example of this is that if you, as the business owner, are doing all the estimates, and there are a ton of estimates that need to be done, then that is the bottleneck, the constraint. You have to find a way to either be able to focus more attention on the estimates and be able to get those done so you can churn them through quicker, or you have to find somebody else that can take that task on to help things move along quicker, right? So look through your business and find those areas where your business is slowing down or where work is piling up. When you want to grow, that is going to be where you want to focus your attention as far as hiring, purchasing equipment, so on and so forth, right? Those are the next strategic hires and purchases that you need to make as a business owner to be able to keep things moving along, okay? So here's what I'm encouraging you to do. Take a look at your business. Take a look at your different processes, whether it's for production, whether it's for invoicing, whether it's for sales and marketing and estimates. Take a look at all those different things and figure out, where is the work piling up? Where is it slowing down? When you do that, you're going to then know where to focus your attention for your strategic growth plan. Okay? So thanks again for listening. Find those Herbies in your business. I will talk to you all in the next episode. Thanks for listening. If you found this episode helpful, please like and subscribe for weekly episodes to help you fuel your profit, level up your cash flow, and finance your growth. Until next time, go enjoy some green M&Ms and protect that cash.